Hello, good evening, Twin Minds here. We are doing a new game tonight. It's a game about chopping trees. A game about chopping trees. We played a game about digging a hole, and now we're playing a game about chopping trees. I don't think they're related, but it sounds about right. Dux Faluna Isox, hello, hi, welcome. Let's play a game about chopping trees. I do believe that this is an incremental style tree chopping.
Keep an eye on the forest, and don't forget to rest.
Kind of like Diggy Diggy Hole, but choppy choppy tree. This is not a game about chopping a truck. That's fair. Alright. Are you a tree? Chop trees, collect logs, sell at the log mill. Alright, fair enough. Chapter 1 Birch Grove. Okie dokie. Let's see, we are a tad sensitive. Let's go there. Better. You're a tree. I have chopped a tree. Ah, come back. The hand car is useful for transporting logs from distant places. Okay. Great. Ah. Saw. $10 a log. Lovely. Oh, and they just disappear. No one wants those logs, but they must get sawn anyway. Alright, I got $20. Lovely little cabin. Save game using the bed. I have saved my game. Best Steam screenshots. Lovely. Space raccoon. Space raccoon. Where do I, okay, and it's gone. Alright, upgrades? Upgrades. I need another $10 to upgrade something. Let's do that. Okay. Tree. Can we carry more than 2 trees? Ah, it's under my face. We have a carry limit of 3 logs. Well, stamina detected. Damage decreased to 5. From what? Actually. Down to 5 from what? From 10? Not bad. From 100? Not great. Upgrade table to replenish stamina. Okay, so standard diggy hole style replenishment. Got it. Can do. We'll get there eventually. Or will we? I don't actually know how many choppy chops it takes. Hey! Alright. Perseverance. We missed a log? Missed a log. Alright, we go grab this a log. We go put you over here. We go have a nap. Oh, right, we can't have a nap. We're not allowed to sleep. No sleeping allowed. Only injecting coffee directly into the veins. Which is $5. Gross. Alright. More axi. More stamina. More axi. More stamina. More axi. More stamina. More axi. More axi. More axi means more tree choppy. Tree. Chop. 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 Choppy choppy tree. Wow. I have enough stamina for a hair over a tree. Like, tree singular. Good to know. More stamina. Also can't run currently, so we're stuck walking at a reasonable pace, I suppose. Now, does it matter? One, 2, 3, 4. 4 chop. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 chop. Scooby! 5 years and a half. Hell yeah. That was a long time. Tree. Okay, let's go with more stamina, which does indeed refill you, so I didn't need to refill first. Okay, good to know. And more loggy carry. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I was testing to see if it mattered whether we spun around it in circles and chopped all the bits and bobs, or if it was just purely choppy choppy tree. The other thing to place them in, are you talking about the cart? Nope, no digging for trees. We gotta chop these trees. Because this is a part of the saw, and that's just where they go while they are chopping. The cart, I think the pop-up said it's for just transporting long distances. So as we start having to walk further and further for tree, maybe the cart is just to help us get logs back. I don't even know if we can use the cart. I should check that. This is where logs go. I do not bring logs to bed with me. Normally. Let's do another stamina unlock. Now. Alright, how does this thingy work? No logs. Perk needed. Honka. Honka, honka. Alright, tree, go chop now. Hello, ducks. Which game was it that you choppy trees and an ent might attack? Was that Don't Starve, I want to say? That was Don't Starve? Okay. I do remember being extremely startled the first time that happened, and then being very concerned about how I was going to get wood from now on. Because that no longer seemed a viable option if the wood was going to try to get me back. Hello, Safi. Okay, I've got a little bridge. How do bridge? How do we not have a repair bridge option? Apparently we do not. Wait, how am I running? How? I'm suddenly having a run option. I did not have run options before. Alright, log. Okay, so we need more stamina, and then we need more axe damage. Oh, that's why we have sprint suddenly. That third level of stamina unlocks sprinting. Ooh, and then a few more levels unlock stamina recovery. That's fancy. Is there a sign here? Ah. Money worth. Okay. Ice pine. Alright, let's see. There's no more... No more trees this section. So we can chop. Let's see. Can we chop here, and then can we chop? Yeah. No, it just chops up there. Alright, fair enough. That tree will forever be very tall and make me think that I haven't chopped it down yet. Hi, Gila. Okay, this birch forest is coming under control. Oh god, okay. Not gonna have enough of an upgrade yet. Choppy choppy tree. Oh god, there's so many birches. Oh. Coffee. You can buy coffee at special points. Use coffee to replenish stamina away from the upgrade table. 20 bucks. Ew. Do we get multiple sips per coffee? Or is it literally 20 bucks to refill energy in case we're really desperate? I will buy a coffee just to find out what it do. We got a tree. Or we get a free log. This might even be a $20 worth log, so they give us a free test coffee. That's very nice of them. The thermos does have a fill meter. Log. Alright, let's go see how much this log is worth. Log. Log. 20 bucks. That is indeed the free coffee log. Ducks is streaking. How is everyone doing tonight? The week is almost over. It has indeed been a week. Alright, let's test. Well, I guess we don't need to test the coffee just yet. That was $20 coffee. I ain't gonna waste it when I'm this close to base. We go 53. More choppy. Unlock chainsaw is next. Alright, has this turned into a 3-chop? Nice. 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 Alright, let's finish burning off my energy so I can fill up when I go back. Log. 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 You were stuck on Wednesday. Yeah, that's fair. I struggled to concentrate this week. Struggled to concentrate. Struggled to get stuff done. Struggled with work news being a pain in the ass. Right. Told myself I'd get stamina when I went back. I didn't do that. And now I'm paying for my distractions. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Ship. No chopping trees, no fishing. But I wanna do both of those things. I'm not allowed. Day, week, month. It's been one of those. Oh, that looks like a nice big tree. That had 4 whole logs on it. It's the chemtrails. Oh god, that reminds me. I was out doing something earlier. I think it was last week, actually. And the mailman came by while I was out and about. And I heard something, so I came out of the garage to hear it better. And it was the mailman blasting fucking Alex Jones at full volume like he was a fucking propaganda machine as he was driving through the neighborhood. I'm like, great. My mailman's a fucking psycho. Because, I mean, Alex Jones is a specific fucking piece of work. No, compared to that, the ice cream man that I bought ice cream from last month, fucking delight. Alright, let's do... Kind of want to hold off for more stemnamina. Handcart operator in the oak forest. But yeah, I had to take a few listens to figure out what I was hearing, but that voice was definitely recognizable. Stemnamina. I should have saved that for when I need a refill. Oh well. Snow cone / Italian Iceman? Interesting. Yeah, we don't really have summers long enough to justify anyone having like a regular like snow cone ice cream delivery machine. Indeed, ducks. Things have been very spoony lately. Tequila. Oh. Hang on. Pirate ship. Pirate cannon. $50. 50 bucks to go boom? Sure. There's a Wilhelm scream. Hooray, we did it. Now it's an even more pretty view because there's no dirty pirate ship to take care of it. Hi, kitties. What? Hi, kitties. What? Sure we did. We got the satisfaction of explosions. It would have been nice if we got like a bunch of leftover pirate ship wood washed ashore for that. Alright, all the trees over here are now really far away. But we are 58% done with the birch forest. Barely over half. Now, this is a good use for the coffee. Sippy, sippy. Sippy, sippy. Wow. Okay. So the $20 coffee fills up energy. About as well as a $5 energy drink back at home. Fancy tree? Fancy tree. To cut down this tree, you need to clear the entire biome. We have boss tree. Beep-bonk. Beep-bonk. Boss tree. Oh, damn, ducks. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully he can find a real doctor to get that sorted out. Because I'm sorry, but any doctor that does not immediately jump on someone who is running at a quarter of their blood flow capacity. Imagine if an ambulance came in and someone was missing 3/4 of their blood. There would not be a dry doctor hand having been washed in the entire hospital. Well, it's the same effect, though. I mean, if you got the blood and it's not going anywhere, that's the same effect as not having it. If it's not going anywhere, it's not doing the job of blood. So if someone got there in an ambulance missing a large number of pints, I can't remember the pint numbers, they'd be all over that shit. Right, stamina. It's funny, I can run full speed, so I don't think of stamina. By the time I'm back here, my brain's like, I got stamina, I can run, it's fine. Okay, so we're at 258, 61, whatever. Faster sawmill is not priority at the moment. Chainsaw. Don't have enough money for that. More carry capacity. And freaking energy. God damn it. Push the button. Alright, let's just go to the furthest ones. Your blood is not blooding. Indeed. Well, at least they got him on the list for a cardiologist. That's a good start. Kinder. This is a game about chopping trees. In case you did not notice by the fact that I was chopping trees. Okay, we got 2 trees over here. Boo, ducks, boo. Were there still some logs on the ground over here? Yes, indeed there were. It's very possible. Gizmo is famous. He's so famous. Okay. Raft. Give me a raft. Yep. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. No raft. Sadness. What's up here? This looks like a good place to hide them. Hide the butterfly. Nice. Nice. But here's the most important thing on the island. Coffee. Well, speaking of mushrooms, I do have a mushroom game I want to play. I kind of forgot about that, actually. I think I even downloaded it, but forgot to put it on my short list, so it like immediately went out of brain. No, this is not the multiplayer mushroom eating simulator. No, I haven't played this one. This is like a mushroom foraging type simulator. Not the eating one, no. Do I want more grippy strength? More loggy hold? No, let's hold out. There's a game where you're a mushroom waiting to be picked? What? I mean, I guess that's not too odd considering the rock simulator and coconut simulator that we've played. Say what? Why is that multiplayer? I mean, at least with the snail simulator, you get to go places. Could really use that cart right about now. Yeah, I saw that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm down for another dung ho. That was a mildly frustrating experience. Oh, you beat the cat mail game. Nice. I wasn't aware that that even could be beat. I thought that was like one of them endless simulators kind of deals. Oh, it is an endless simulator once you get past the ending. Got it. I am still on the other mailroom simulator, Letter Lost, although I am eking towards giving up on it, because there are many games that go with the infinite incremental loop kind of game, where something new gets unlocked each time, and you're supposed to figure out how to solve the puzzles each time with each loop, and my brain just doesn't do that well. The last one that I played like that was Uncle Chop's Rocket Shop. And as much as I absolutely adore the theme of that game, my brain could not handle the time loops. Attempting to figure out how to progress each storyline or whatever. I can't do it. My brain don't do that very well. So I might end up having to give up on Letter Lost. As much as I am enjoying the mailroom simulator, I get too lost in the sauce of doing the mailroom portion of the simulator and not doing the stop doing what you're told portion of the simulator. Yeah, I've been thinking of doing Dirty Business just to play the words. Hang on. Mostly just to get in on the new release kind of situation. Because I've also been meaning to do more Schedule 1. I'm meaning to do a lot of things, really. Okay, so we are at 98.3. Is that counting that big tree or not counting that big tree? I think it might be that tree next. Alright, let's go touch it. Aha! A thing happened. Hi, Keela. Hi, kitty. Yeah, that was like a half a second cinematic. Tree. Tree. $20. $20. Hell yeah. Apparently the boss tree logs were worth $20 a pop versus the 10 and 13. Alright. 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 So before I spend money, other than getting energy, where to next? I suppose we're done with the Birch Grove. We have a map. We do not have a map. I see an exclamation mark over here. Great! I did it. Meh. 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 Yeah, cat mail sounds like something I probably should do next. Do the mail correctly, also Tetris. It has handles. Chapter 2, Oak Forest. Useless signs. $500 to unlock that, to go that way with the cart. Right. Oh, that's kind of neat. Neat. Hang on, does it actually switch the tracks? It does not. It only changes the sign. Alright, what do we got over here? We have a little bitty train station. Got some rum. Lovely. We got some rum, and we've got some porn. You know, all the good things in life. Save. The problem is I don't have the cart unlocked yet, so I can't take the cart with me. Secret raccoon collection. Secret raccoon collection. It costs nothing. Log, 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 log. Lock. Let's go see if the cart is unlocked or unlockable. Because definitely gonna need that. $20. 16 bucks. So we're on the Oak. Oaks Mall. Why is the sign like this? Birch, birch, birch. Line. Birch. Oak, oak, line. Oak. Golden oak. Spruce. Line. Ice pine. Why gotta be like that game? Alright. Stamina restore. 150 bucks for the handcart operator. Good. The golden birch was the boss birch, with the last one that we got rid of in the first area. Meow wow. Meow wow. Moo. It was not very golden. I mean, it was a goldish orange. The wood it wasn't, but the leavesy were. Let's do chainsaw. Also, so looking at map, we have this way, which we can't open. That's where the greenhouse is, I do believe. So the greenhouse we just saw in the cinematic is over there. So I think we have to work our way all the way around to get there. Cart. No log. Beep. Yes, the lighthouses are pretty. Beep. Honka. Honka honka. Alright, how this do? Not bad. So that took yay much energy. Let's try with an axe just to see how the difference is. I took significantly less energy for the axe, or for the chainsaw. Capacity on that. I dig it. Can we also carry a shoulder load of it? So, we got a shoulder's worth. That's full. And then a shoulder's worth. I'm just hoping that we can carry a load of... Hooray! Okay. I think that's why they made it a big flat standy space. So you can use the heft of your own shoulders on top of the cart. And bonk. Bonk. Oh. Hey, look at that. I got logs. One might say I've got wood. Alright, let's go choppy more trees. Got foot. Yep, unsolicited wood picks. Yeah, the chainsaw is definitely more energy efficient. There. Okay, I think that's all the fallen wood. Oh. Free cart? No, this one's missing wheels. We kind of need those. Alright, it's not full. I still have one space left in my shoulder, but that's fine.
I need it. I need it.
Nice. Alright, let's go top up. We're gonna have a bit of money. Could add another cart. That would definitely speed up our going process. Yeah, I feel like another cart would be ideal. Nice. Only problem is the cart only does so well, or at least only lets me reach so far without having to do a lot of jogging still. But we're going this way. We're gonna stop right about there. What else do we got out here? 150 bucks to repair the bridge going back that way. Ah. Here's the... Ooh, Bees? Bees? Bees. Honestly, the one that wasn't even intentional. But now that you mention it, it does feel like it was intentional. You can plant trees using a garden trowel. To unlock a new tree type, complete the corresponding biome. You can change the tree type using the selection wheel. After planting a tree, be patient. Trees don't grow on trees. Got it. Okay. So we can plant our own trees. Nice. Is there... Bees! Also, bees. Not sure what that does for me, but we got bees! Alright, so we're gonna plant some trees. Like right up here. $7 per tree, okay. There. Planted some trees. So we can come back and harvest those later. So it's at $7 a tree. Those were the tall trees. And they produce 4 logs at $13 a pop. So, it's definitely profitable. Ah, yes, unsolicited deck picks. Unsolicited deck picks are pretty awesome, though. So it's illegal wood. What? That's not good. Alright, all this wood shrapnel on the ground is making me not be able to see the wood I need to pick up. So I'm out of energy. Let's top up with this and see if we can get a full wood load back. Big tree. Big tree. Okay, let's see. I think we're out of logs at the moment. I can carry 5 more. Do I have the energy to chop anything? I think I have the energy to chop 1 chop. And I don't know if I have the patience to chop the rest of the chop. I didn't have the energy. Does it work better with the chainsaw? No, chainsaw doesn't even work without the stamina. Dux, why am I not surprised that you have a book that covers wood veneer?
Man. 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 Man.
Moo. I feel like this isn't an efficient use of my time.
Wow. Wow.
I know, right? Like, I've been at it for so long already, I might as well finish it. Sunk cost, here we go! Ah, that wasn't so bad. Best part? That wasn't enough to fully fill me. Wait! Ha! Fully full. Fully full already.
Yeah.
I think they might want something. I have a gut feeling that they want something. Alright, hang on. Oh, that's just what I was hoping would happen. Right through the roof. That's what I was hoping for. Alright. Alright, let's do more... I might have enough money for more stamina. But meanwhile, we'll do a free little kitty treat time. Meow.
Kitty. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's try this. Let's do it like that. You can have some of it. You can have some of it here. We'll see if they like the little circle disc thing. That is a feeding bowl that is intended to slow down scarfy eaters. And basically they just can't get their little mouths in there, so they have to take the time to get little nuggets out. Yeah, I think Scooby's got one of those actually. I haven't seen that. I haven't. I've seen it, but I haven't seen it fully in action. But yeah, same general concept. Just to get him to slow down. Same with the Snuffle Mat. I had that little bowl upstairs with actual food in it, and Gizmo made a couple valiant attempts to get some food nuggets out, but he really didn't like it. He wanted to eat like a normal cat. But Gila's gonna give it a try to get the treats out. He already got one. He gets it. Okay, so do I want more stamina? Do I want to speed up the sawmill? Or do I want to wait to upgrade my chainsaw? Let's do stamina. We need stamina. Alright, away we go. That's true. He is very food motivated. Which is funny because he's not like crazy food motivated. Like I can't get him to do tricks for treats or anything like that. Alright, we're gonna go forward more. Yeah. Now, I bought bees, but I did not have any sort of pop-up that told me about what the bees were for. Wait, is that? Is that another sawmill? It's another sawmill forward that's closer. Well, alright then. Note that Gila went back to the Snuffle Mat instead of the treat thing. Oh, this is a nice little cabin. Yeah, this place. This place is lovely. Ball. 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 I don't know why we have ball, but we have ball. It looks like a pet ball. Do we get pets in this game? Is that a thing? Puppy! Hello, Demos. Indeed, this is your brand of eco-terrorism game. Puppy. $500 to repair the puppy house. And then I'm assuming we get to play with Puppy. Alright, looks like we need money. Looks like we need more money. Alright, let's do some choppy trees this way. Okay, we choppy trees. Bringy logs. So we can choppy more trees. well. And there's a radio tower doodad. There's a raccoon. Found a hidden raccoon. Lovely. Alright, let's do some logs over here. I hadn't thought about it. But maybe. Another raccoon. Okay. Yeah, I got some logs to pick up. Any more rogue logs over here? No. Okay. Yeah, see, that's the problem. Petting animations are hard. All right, I'm assuming we're getting the dog. Like, is there any question about that, or should we actually spend money on upgrades? Dog, yes. Okie dokie. I mean, I figured that wasn't really a tough question, but you never know. Dog. Pet the puppy. Good puppy. No, not tree the puppy. Not axe the puppy. Pat the puppy. Well, so the problem is, in an incremental game, where every dollar counts towards progression, getting things that do not count towards progression is a little bit questionable. Dog, that is not where ball goes. One more. Good puppy. Now, I have to go look. He did not empty the treats. That is how much they don't like being forced to use that thing. Now, if I had chosen to be for that to be their only source of treats, they may have changed their tune a little bit. Hey, puppy. Yeah, it's just a little treat slower downer thing. Actually, good question. Puppy, can you carry logs? Nope. In fact, that is quite the opposite of carrying logs. That is making me stop carrying logs. Kitties indeed begun. Yeah, that forest tree chopping was certainly something. There's so many balls around here. I count at least 4 balls. We have ball. We have ball. And we have ball. And we have ball. We have one less ball. Wait, there we go. Alright, we need more trees. We need more trees, we need more money. Oh, I guess the husky was forbidden to enter the house, wasn't it? True. I did just spend $500 building that dog a new house. So it damn well better appreciate it. Yes, the developer's name indeed. I do still intend to have a severed wiggly tentacle as one of the items that can show up in my game. And it must be wiggly. Must be wiggly and floppy. I just haven't figured out how to do the floppiness yet. Okay. Never mind. Okay, let's see. We are close to getting the next stamina upgrade. No internal massager. Although, now that you mention it. No. No, mate. No. Well, maybe. Let's do a stamina restore. We'll get the next stamina upgrade. Because that lets me do more choppy trees. And then we'll do... Actually, maybe we'll do the carry upgrade next. So I can carry more trees. Alright, I might as well burn through the rest of my energy. Alright, we're finishing this off. Nice. Okay. Trying to get a handle on where they all fell. Because I was only partly paying attention. Alright, this will give me my stamina upgrade. But I also want the grip strength upgrade. Let's do the stamina. And we're actually pretty close with the number of logs that are out there. Although the grip strength first would have made more sense if I'm going out and immediately carrying more logs. So that was a lack of foresight on my part. Okay. That will be our carry. At least I'm pretty sure that'll be the carry. Hooray. Carry. I got $3. Okay, well, let's go back this way, because we've cleared out pretty much everything near the house. These trees over here are all behind a fence, so I can't grab those. These are probably close enough to get directly adjacent to the house. But we're pretty close to cart anyway. So let's go back this way, and instead of running them back to house, we run them to cart. At this point, I think it's actually 50-50. Oh, a little pool thing. Neat. I think the next upgrade might need to be chainsaw. Really wonder what the bees do for me. I do not recall a pop-up that tells you what the bees do. But I'm assuming they do something. Although, the dog doesn't do anything other than follow me around. So maybe the bees don't do anything other than the satisfaction of bees. Strong dog. Satisfaction of bees indeed. Nah, we'll figure it out eventually. They're only $50, so I don't mind popping a couple bees up here and there. More wood. I don't know where this came from, but it's mine now. Ah, more wood. I must have chopped it down earlier and totally forgot about it. From a tree, you say? No. No, that can't be right. That's crazy talk. I don't know what wacky fantasy world you live in where wood comes from trees, but in my world, Alright, we go forward. What is it? You think wood grows on trees? Come on. Nice. What a nice world that must be, the one. Whoops. I forgot to stop it. Forgot to stop it. I just changed the direction instead of stopping it. Whoops. Okay, that's better. Now, if we follow this right into the cart, do they land in the cart? No. No, they do not. It was worth a try. Okay, so this side appears to be done. Bees. This side appears to be done. I don't see any rogue logs anywhere. Night raid! Night raid! To use, cut down oak forest first. Okay. Okay. Dinamite. Heh. Wood. What's up, lumber boy? Howdy night. Deforestation simulator is a go. I'm digging it. It's nice and chill. Very simple mechanics, but satisfying and well done. Right. I cut it. Yes. This is not a diggy hole game. This is a choppy tree game. Saw damage. That's understandable. Sometimes you just need a moment to yourself. More tree chopping. More tree chopping. That log just went over here. I just watched that happen. That was weird. Yeah, nice little. It's a nice, cozy, kind of light simulator with incremental elements. Okay, we're at capacity. We're at capacity. We go. We are at 77% done with the oak forest. Nice. Okay. Back we go. Oh wait. Energy. Well, I'm gonna have to go catch that again, aren't I? I swear I hit the off button. I don't know. That's a good question. Let's find out. So far, no. Now I gotta run all the way back and get my card. In fact, I'm going this way. Birch Grove remains chopped. So, reforestation is not a problem. In fact, I like the idea that the more you reforest, the more you can chop down and the more stumps you leave everywhere. If you did this long enough, it would just end up being completely unwalkable. Okay. And chopping these down did not affect the existing forestry level. Good. Okay. While we're here, might as well chop something this direction. Hello, fancy tree. How you doing? This tree is protected by his brethren. You must murder them all before you can attack the main boss. Murder. Tree murder. Okay, let's just go. So many leaves. They're not the bosses, they're the orphans. That gives a little bit of a darker twist. We must murder all of the tree parents first. Before we can then move on to murdering the orphans. Alright, let's do Choppy Choppy Tree. Okay, this is good. Let's fill up on energy and go back some more. Max stamina is only 1500. Tempting. More grippy strength? More handcart capacity. Wait, that was capacity and not extra carts, right? Oh, it's extra speed. Well, it's less exciting. Oh well. Zoom zoom. Yeah, I wasn't paying enough attention. Okay. We've got space for 15 more logs. We don't have very many more logs. We do have a cart door thing. Gate thing. $500 to be able to go that way. No tree chopping, no fishing. But I'm gonna. Alright, good enough. Then we go get money, and that will give me enough money to unlock the next gate thing to go that way. Although that's probably barely necessary since we're already at 86% done, but still, it'd be nice. Okay. Go back. And we stop at the gatehouse so we can turn the switch. Train. Little bitty train. Okay. Yeah, take that no fishing sign. Yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping for with that last upgrade, but I didn't read that it was speed instead of another cart. That's kind of nice. Okie dokie. I do believe that is the last tree in the area other than the mighty oak. Also, we're going over here. Save. Game saved. Butterfly. Alright. I can do that. Boombox. Hang on. This requires audio. This is boss fighting music right here. Oh. Oak. Not nearly as chill as it was before. That's right, we're not in the dark forest, we're in the oak forest. Okay, so we still have a partial load left. I don't know. I think there might be more, but I'm not positive one. So, Boombox was great and all, but it seems to have completely stopped the regular play of the normal music, now that its track is done. Alright, there's enough logs back there for a run, so I might as well just run it. What other songs we got? We have The Sound of Money. The only 2 tracks? There might only be 2 tracks. Oh, Jesus Christ. It works real well with a big wad of logs in his hands. Alright, enough of that. Alright, so we slap those in there. That's the last bit of money from the oak forest. Chain felling. $30. Hell yeah. Chain felling must really work with some dense population like that. Let's give it a try. Plant. Tall oak. Tall oak. There we go. Okay. So we do oak. $33. There we go. Yeah, until you upgrade more, for sure. Kaboom? E to boom. I have E to boom. Yeah, so you unlock the ability to plant oak after you finish chopping up all of the oak forest. Same with the birch. So now, the next area has new tree types, but I won't unlock those until I finish this zone. Very pretty, though. Very pretty. Hey, the music came back. Okay, let's chill the music. Switch. Hooray! There was an invite. This is good. Alright, let's have a little explore. Also, a coffee. It's very lovely. There's a snowman. But its loveliness cannot last. We chop. Oh yes, if the snowman can be chopped down, he shall be chopped down. That's kind of a neat effect, though. Little, the frosted glow around the logs if they're on the lake. Kind of neat. Trees all the way up here. Ah, right. The felling bonus. I forgot about that. I already forgot about that. Let's try it again. But that one didn't work. It's unfortunate. Choppy choppy tree. Choppy choppy double tree. Hey, alright. Hey. Alright, energy. I'm gonna leave that log right there. See if it comes with me. Could I have been loading this thing up physics-wise and just dumping a whole bunch of extra logs on the platform here? I think I could have. Alright, we're just gonna run him, because I don't feel like doing the little switchy back thing. Probably would be worth finding the next saw house. And go forward instead of back. Pin the fishy on the kitty. Nice. Okay, so we are currently in spruce category, which is interesting, because the spruce is only worth 14 bucks, which is the same as the small oak. So the oak forest actually was a little bit better overall, because it had small, medium, and tall oak trees. I haven't seen ice pines yet, but maybe their existence makes up for it. I know, right? Not being able to take the dog into the snow zone. That's just mean. Another tree felling. Speed up the sawmill. I think we're at that point now. And then we do some tree felling. Ah, yes. That worked real well. Hello, Gila. How you doing, kitty? Hello, kitty. See, these are $20 logs because I planted the big oaks. What's up, kitty? Not sure why I can't pick up that log in particular. Gila, what? But it's a single $33 tree that produces 4 $20 logs. And except for this one. This one's broken. So, $12 logs. Okay. I wasn't sure on the math on that, but we'll trust you on that one. But it's $12 logs that I can very easily plant directly adjacent to where they need to go, rather than travel time. Alright, let's plant another collection. Let's go back here. Up here in the way. Puppy. Fuck's sake, dog. Okay. Just in the goddamn way is dog. That's fair. Can we get rid of the stumps? We can. Well, that's nice. And it doesn't cost energy. How did I lose health? Where did I lose health? Oh, how do you lose health? I don't know. I'm assuming fall damage or something like that. I haven't tested it. Please tell me there's not an achievement for removing all the stumps in the game. I'll fucking do it. I'm not gonna be happy about it, but I'll do it. Well, there's not much fall in this game. Like there's not much up. It's not like I can climb a tree or anything like that. Okay. Lovely. Was there a raccoon in here? I guess I didn't look. I feel like there should be a raccoon in here. There doesn't appear to be a raccoon in here. B. Another B. Insert groan sound here. Or maybe the clown honk works well enough. Well, the main tree they have listed in the area is the spruce. And then the ice pine is the next tier up. Oh, yeah, in terms of tiers, yes, they are. They're bundling them together by zone. Nice. That didn't quite fall right. Nice. Well, that didn't work. Dang. Alright, let's pick up this mess. Okay, never mind. Already full. Hell is that noise? Hello, snowman. Oh, he broke. Aha, raccoon. Witness the murder. Oh, $300 igloo. Aha! Forward is our saw. That's the sound of a screaming snowman. Alright, let's grab another batch of logs. Alright, hang on, we're trying to think. The drop mechanic gives me little room to actually drop them. So I think we'd only be able to get that one extra load on there. But it's one extra load. See, that's working just fine. True, dog petting did let me drop everything. Unfortunately, we don't got no dog. We cannot pet that dog. Look at how big my wood is. My wood is tall and proud. I would say probably not, just based on how the wood stacks in the cart. It seems to be forever dusk or forever dawn, I'm not sure which. Let's assume forever dawn, so we will always have morning wood. Because I don't think the time has changed in the entirety of my time being here. Raccoon! Sleepy safe. Energy? Actually, my energy is pretty good right now. Maybe grip strength for more carry log. Boo. Okay. Let's take care of some of the trees that are adjacent here. it looks like those are going to work. And then they just don't. Igloo. Hooray, we did it. Wonderful. Alright, fair enough. Ah, boombox. Alright, what was this? $500 to unlock the path that way. We still have some path this way to take care of, so let's take care of this away path. Didn't work. Can we just do this? One tree? No fall. Okay. Fine, be that way. I don't know, I've tried to get hit by falling trees before and it hasn't worked. So I'm not sure on that. Feels like the answer's no, but I'm not positive. We'll find out. No. Yeah, I feel like the health mechanic may be severely underutilized if it needs to bother existing. I feel like I didn't actually need the cart for this part, but I did it anyway. But now that my pockets are as big as the carts, it makes the transport much easier. Okay, so now we go back and do that. Forgot my stamina pills. Might not actually need the train for this section because we're so damn close. Faster tree chop. Day. I like extra tree fall. Boo. I don't like when not extra tree fall. And I feel like I could spend more money to get the extra topple the topple chain count. Yeah, there we go. But with how little it actually happens and how often they're not in a line, it's difficult to even get the two that I've got currently. See, that toppled. Oh, it did hit the next one. Okay. Eh. Yeah. Okay. Indeed. I always go back for that oak, though. Okay, let's pick up some wood. Alright, we gotta go out and clean up. Honka honka. This feels entirely unnecessary. In fact, let's just put you back this way. So we can switch. And then we'll at least have the train in line for the next go forward. So many logs. Going uphill is kind of tricky. They don't give you a Skyrim jump climb kind of situation. Well, I mean, the good news is we've got money coming in. So much money I could be spending. It's so tall. There's so much wood. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's it from all the stuff I just chopped down. So obviously, we still have this little mini stand of trees here that I could chop it down. And I should and shall chop it down. But first, we got $2,000. I should pop open that thing, or at least I should save $500 for that. $1,500 for more choppy damage, for max choppy damage. Max stamina. Ooh, unlock stamina recovery. Yes, please. I don't know if it's good enough stamina recovery. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to keep an eye on how quickly the stamina regenerates, and it is pretty quick, actually. We just recovered all the stamina I used to chop down those trees, so no more paying for stamina ever again, I suppose. Yeah, it's actually much more decent than I thought it would be. I thought it would be more like a supplemental kind of deal. Like, you've got it, and it saves you a little bit of money occasionally, but you'll still want to refill. But yeah, unless I go on like a tree chop and rampage, that thing's going to keep up with me, no problem. And even if I do go on a tree chopping rampage, the half hour spent cleaning up after myself is going to recharge the energy anyway. Okie dokie. So, now we go that way. Because we're out of trees here. We treat them all. We treat all the trees. Although, hang on, we go forward. Honka honka. Stop a bit. $1,000 for the next cart. And then it's probably going to be $1,500 for the speed, and then probably $2,000 for the next cart. It's interesting that we still have 2 more carts to go, with what feels like nearly the end of the game, because we're halfway through the Dark Forest already. So I can't imagine needing more carts. I mean, we did just transport a lot of logs with that first half. Okay, let's stop here. Walkie path? I guess they don't want you taking the train to the end of this process. Alright. There's our boss tree. Good, good, good. Wood. 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 Okay, we go back. Okay, we'll get new cart. More chain fell. And we go forward. More cart. Eh. What happens if we hit the logs that are on the train, or on the tracks? They get pushed. Fair enough. They get pushed and some of them we go over. I see. Well, that's less than ideal. Mocart, no problems. Alright, they're leaving up here? No. Can I just, There we go. Yeah, that seems fine. That's probably fine. Oh yeah, just run right over him. Okay, fair enough. Choo-choo! Wood train coming through. Oops, I didn't go back far enough. Skywood. Pretty. Alright, let's stop here. Because we have this little stand of trees here to work with. Actually, there's just a whole lot of trees. There's just a lot of bloody trees. And to top it off, we're only getting that $14 per tree, which means there aren't any of the ice pines. Probably the only ice pine is the boss tree. So this doesn't feel as profitable as the oak zone. But granted, there are a lot more trees. Plus, this zone you unlock the toppling, so quantity over quality, I suppose. Is that a fucking spaceship? Hang on. I'm pretty sure that that's a fucking spaceship. I got evidence of aliens. I got evidence. I suppose you're right. It's not fucking aliens. They're already dead. The trees. The trees are aliens. That's why we've got to get rid of them all. We are single-handedly saving the world by chopping down all the trees. Yes, that's how that works. So these are really just alien corpses that we're lugging around. I suppose that's better than the previous orphan theory. I didn't feel quite right about chainsawing orphans. Alright, I got 1,500 bucks. Let's go see if we want anything else. Faster cart speed, faster sawmill speed, more chain felling, lumberjack damage. I suppose lumberjack damage is probably the right answer. Not that there's very many trees left to fell. At least that I haven't planted myself. Okay, where are we stopping? Where are we stopping? Let's go to the end. True, there is still area left out there. There's the lighthouse that gets unlocked after finishing this zone. But I don't know if we actually get access to more area. I'm just gonna have to find that out the hard way, I suppose. Man, with the chainsaw damage combined with the recharging stamina, it takes practically nothing to chop down a tree, and we regain that practically nothing practically instantly. You climb the top of the lighthouse and you run out of oxygen because you've chopped down all the trees. It'll be a metaphor for life. Good theory. Okay, so we've got the train parked over on that hill. Or over at the bottom of that hill, I suppose. So let's start over here and just see how many chain trees we can chop. Choppy choppy chain tree. I'm coming for you. That's it. Only one tree remains. Hooray! Oh, look at that wood. Look at that fancy ass wood. Final. Yep, one entire pine in the ice pine zone. It's kind of like naming it Bear Cave. There's only one bear in the Bear Cave, but it's still a very important distinction. That's how you can quickly dump all your crap. Accidentally pull out the chainsaw. Perfect. Perfect. I mean, I'm hoping for something grandiose at the end of all this. Whether the trees come back and attack, or we open up a massive new zone that always grows back trees, or who knows? Maybe we're tasked with repopulating the forest after this. Because we do have the greenhouse that unlocked the ability to plant trees. So maybe we next have to rebuild, and then the game just kind of recycles in an infinite loop. Is all this tree murder getting under your skin, the one? Hitting too close to home? Yeah, there was actually a game in a small little solo dev Discord that I follow, and he posted his prototype for his new game that he was working on, and I'm like, looks neat and all, but hitting a little bit too close to home. I might have to pass on that one. It was literally a simulator about being on the anti-ice railroad and having to hide immigrants in your house. And I'm like, that's a little too accurate for my taste. I prefer to escape reality a little bit. But, I mean, in fairness, video games, much like many other art forms, are very good at being an outlet for political and other issues. So I don't blame them for doing it. I'm just not sure I can play it myself. Alright, let's do the chainsaw method. Alright, well that doesn't really work very well. It's not quite as gentle with the placement. I'm gonna lose a log. Nope, I was just about to pick that up. Oh yeah, no, just I haven't actually watched much of The Boys. The first season is all I've managed to watch, and the just absolute awfulness of the corporation and Homelander and their treatment of various people and the complete callous disregard for human life. I couldn't I couldn't do it. But that's already a different game, I sucks. Literally a game called Trees Hate You. Oh yeah, wasn't the new lady hero in, or villain hero, whatever, in a later season? Wasn't she basically just straight up a Nazi? The hell did I just hear? Is this the last bit? I think this is the last bit. I think them be the last logs. So what we have learned by putting all of these logs in is that there actually isn't enough tree money in the game to unlock everything without doing some actual replanting. Unless we're just about to unlock something grand and final that gives us lots of money. Because we're going to end up with something like 2,500, maybe a little bit more. So not quite enough to get all of the things. And I didn't even get to use all the things. But let's speed you up. Or, you know, accidentally click on the handcart operator while going to look to see what the next step is. So we get super speed. It could be but wait, there's more. It could be. Alright. So we go back. We're going to take a pit stop to chop down my last planting. Just for funsies. Okay, it looked like that was closed for a second there. I just saw a bunch of debris. It's nice and pretty. Look at that stand of trees right there. Hell yeah. right. I should have done that. I should have done that. Hey, getting puppy. How you doing? That's a lot of logs. There's a lot of logs. There we go. Yeah, the chain took out all the stumps. So the chain doesn't take out the stumps of the wild trees that I chain fall, but it does take out the stumps of my planted trees. So the only stumps that remain are the trees that I specifically chopped. Lovely. Alright. Question for you guys. Do we unlock everything else first before going to the lighthouse? Or do we go straight to the lighthouse and see what's next? Because we still have a bunch of bees. We still have some personal upgrades to do. We still have... Actually, that might be it. Come to think of it. We didn't get the pine tree animation. Because instead they gave us the lighthouse animation. But I did just check and we do have the pine tree. Oh, but we only have spruce. We do not get to plant the big one. Sad. It's possible you need money to open the lighthouse. Maybe we should go check that first. Bye, puppy. Actually, save. I also have not found all of the hidden raccoons. I doubt I will, because they could be hiding in all sorts of funky spaces. It feels like that's a place up there, but that could just be distance decor. Okay. Save get. Repair get. Problem is I'm usually too busy running forward, eyes locked on where my next location is, to really spot hidden stuff. So I really have to force myself to slow down and actively look around to see if I can find things, which then makes the whole navigation process significantly slower. But there's one. That is 6 of 10. It's not bad, a little more than half. Alrighty. Shiny. Alright, do we push the button? Or do we finish unlocking stuff first? Because it doesn't appear to require monies. Push the button. See, that looks like a whole space. Yeah, let's, okay. Zooming. The zooming does nothing for focus. Alright. But in fairness, that whole space over there looked like something, but the bridge was blocked off. Alright, we push the button. But first, we do a little bit of a stretchy stretch. And a hydrate. Next the hydrate. I don't have any more. Alright, button push. Yeah, looking directly at the lighthouse is really gonna mess your face up.
What a dream.
New Game Plus, you say? Oh. No new upgrades. New card. I mean, we can get more card. We can speed up the sawmill. My card's gone. No. My card's gone. Okay, so they leave you with all of your unlocks. This is good. Okay. I am slightly confused. I mean, it's a new game plus, but it doesn't feel like there's anything else to do other than chop it all down again. No, because I was about to go buy the bees. Well, there's no bridge to this away. Or there is, but it's broken. And there doesn't appear to be a repair spot. We'll go look, though. Yeah, nope. Inaccessible. The only other accessible, or the only other bridge spot that I'm aware of is the one at the beginning. Which we'll go to in a sec after the bees. I'm pretty sure I have enough money for the bees. We'll have to find out. Yeah, to keep all your unlocks, so you can plant new trees whenever, wherever you want. Okay. Bees, 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 bees. I got an achievement for repairing all the beehives. Great. Hooray! That's all you get. Alright, let's do a quick achievement check. Just out of curiosity. 15 of 21. So I know that there's 2 upgrades I haven't maxed out, so that should account for 2 of those achievements. Handcar upgrade. Raccoons is another achievement. Spend $300 on coffee. Oh, Jesus Christ. One of the achievements is destroying all the stumps on the map. Kind of like I said, was one of the options. Yeah, I mean, I suspected that that would be a thing. I kind of didn't want to believe it would be a thing. I don't know if I care enough to do that. It would have been great to do before the New Game Plus hit, because all the trees were already chopped down, and that would have been half the battle. But, but now, tree. Is there anything different about processing a tree? Any more money? No more money. My sawmill's running faster because I upgraded it. Okay. I have a feeling there isn't anything else other than the ability to continue chopping trees. Which, fair. Enjoyable. I do not know where all the raccoons are, nor do I want to spend all the time attempting to find them. Unless is there a raccoon in here? There is not. It is a game about chopping trees. That is correct. But it is also a game about planting trees. Okie dokie. Well, in that case, I'm done. We did good. I enjoyed it. It was delightful. Nice little quick 4-hour experience. It was fun. Very satisfying. It was indeed a game about chopping trees. So that'll be it for tonight. Tomorrow, I do believe I have playtests and or demos. Assuming that I can bring myself to do that. Oh, we don't even have... Wait, hold up. There isn't even a marker telling me how much of the forest I've destroyed. Can I just... Oh, yeah, okay. Fair. Fair. It's just straight up kill. There was a in the oak forest? Really? Oh, and I just saw it pop up in the birch grove as well. Interesting. Oh no, the stamina goes back up because of the upgrade. That was a purchased upgrade. Thermos is... Oh god, okay. So to spend $300 on coffee, I need to drink all the coffee for $20 at a time and then waiting for it to brew. Oh Jesus, I ain't doing that. that was way too much effort. It would be a toss-up of whether my bladder explodes first or my heart from that much caffeine. But yes. We done. We done. That was a game about chopping trees. Very nice. Very nice, very lovely. Very enjoyable. Dual explosions, bladder and heart at the same time. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I don't think I got too much inspiration for my game, but it did have nice physics on the logs. It did have a solid shoulder grabbing mechanic, but that's no different from, you know, what we've experienced in the forest. I'm still on the fence on my game about a quick click or E to pick up objects. Like, do I want a quick click to pick up objects, or do I want to do the whole physics, you know, click, hold, drag situation that really feels like you're moving around and manipulating objects? Haven't really decided yet. I might have to tinker with a few options. Yes, the the emotes while holding wood. Very amusing. Drag stuff, click, hold, big stuff. Maybe. Maybe it would depend on how big the object is. Maybe it would depend on... I might make it tool based. Because I kind of want to make it, and this actually made a good point as to why I'm leaning more towards individual click and drag to move items. Is that once we got 14 carry on our shoulder, it wasn't entirely pointless to have the cart, but it did make it less important to have the cart for anything other than like really decent distances away from the sawmills. Like if you're like halfway between two different sawmills, the running back and forth is a little bit much, but all of these trees in this birch area, totally worth just doing it by hand. Cart unnecessary. So I don't want to make it so that you're picking up items negates any tool usage or vehicle usage that I'm planning. Like I want you to have to load up the cart, make it a process, make the cart worthwhile, that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm still thinking through it. We'll test a few things to see how it plays out. But yeah, that is it for tonight. I'm gonna end it a little bit early so I can go have a snack and go to nap, go to sleep, whatever. Basically just a series of naps at this point. I don't actually sleep nights. Pull the lever before exiting. Which lever? Which lever are we talking about? Was there a lever? Oh, this lever. Fully restore the forest and remove all logs from the ground. Yes. Done. It basically just did what the New Game Plus just did. If that had been a thing before I did the New Game Plus, that would have been an interesting way to restore all the trees, but alas. Well, I mean, yeah, there's more trees because I just chopped down a bunch, but there's also no logs because we just lost a bunch. Wait, unless... Hang on. Aw, oh, dang. I was kind of hoping that every time you pull the lever, more trees spawn. So you'd end up with like a really dense forest. That'd be kind of cool. Okay. I have rambled and said this is the end several times now. This is the end. It's all over. It's the end. Okay. I sucks. Ducks the one. Tracy perhaps. Knight. Llama Boy. Maybe a Tay-Tay. And anyone else lurking out there. I appreciate y'all being there. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.